So here we are writing our first object-oriented program. So to begin with, I need to include IOStream. This is basically the standard input-output library, and then following the syntax std, and here you go. So first of all, I need to define the class. So I'm continuing with the example already mentioned in my previous video. So within the brackets, I need to start to define the class. So here is that there are two data members, one integer age and the other is string that goes for name. So here I'm going to define, then I'm actually declaring age as an integer and name as a string type. While dealing with strings, I need to include another library, that is string. So here you go. So this completes definition, and I'm ending this with the semicolon. It is to be kept in mind that while dealing with open C++ or simply C++, you need to be very careful about the semicolon at the end, otherwise it will give an error. Now coming towards the main function. So here you go, person is my class and P1 is its object. So here you can actually see that person is general concept about a person, for example a class general concept, while the object is a particular person. Like here you go, I'm going to define the age by using the dot operator, which is actually used to access the 12, which is used to access the variable. So here you can see an error appears because I haven't written the access specifier. I'm going to make it public I'll do a separate video on access specifiers. Just here you must understand that I'm keeping it public so it can be accessed outside the class. So here you go, the error is removed. Now going for p1 dot name and make it something you like. Just go for xyz, and here I'm ending this with a semicolon. So now after this I need to show that it actually works, so I'm just using a cout statement for printing something to make sure that my assigning works in person 1. And here you go, I need to place end L so that it ends the line and moves to the next line. Now similarly I'm writing the name of my person 1, and here I'm writing p1 dot name for the variable value, and L is necessary. And finally again, okay, there's an error, it should be name. So here you go, and then it goes cout. Same goes for age, and goes the colon, and finally I'm writing the variable that is actually assigned. I assigned age to 12, so here the output should be 12, and then end L. Finally terminating my main function by return 0, and here you go. Through this you can always see that is there an error in an error list, so it is clear. So that means that things are going right till now. Running my program. So from here you can see that the person is actually a class, while the person p1 is an object of that class. Here you go, the output states person 1, name xyz, and age 12. This worked. Person was actually a class. There could be another person p2 and p3 and so on. So p1, p2, p3 are actually objects, and a person is generally a class. That is a general definition of the class. That's it. You have written your first object oriented program.